They demo, reno, and live happily ever after. But is forever really forever? From Chip and Joe to Nate and Jeremiah, and Cole and Chelsea to Drew and Linda, these HGTV couples are in it to win it. These days, Chip and Joanna Gaines can be seen exclusively on their own Magnolia network, but the couple skyrocketed to fame with their hit HGTV series Fixer Upper. Still, it was back in 2001 when Chip saw a photo of his future wife at her dad's auto shop in Waco, Texas. He told Pop Sugar, "I knew I'd marry her one day, just by the picture on the wall."
We just bump into each other, and he was like, "Hey, you're that girl in the commercials."
I thought.
And right off the bat, I'm like, "Oh Lord."
As they wrote in their book, The Magnolia Story, Chip didn't make the greatest first impression when he arrived for their date 90 minutes late. And when he finally did ask for a second date, it was months later. According to Chip, he bet his buddy John, who'd also just gone on a first date, that whoever broke down and called their date first owed the other $50. Chip admitted, "I really wanted that $50 from John." Joe agreed to a second date. Chip popped the question in 2002, and a year later, they tied the knot. Thanks to their televised efforts to restore and beautify Laurel, Mississippi on HGTV's hometown, Ben and Erin Napier have become two of the network's most beloved personalities. The duo met in 2004 when they worked together on their yearbook at Jones County Community College. Erin posted to Instagram, "I was the design editor and for 2 years had noticed him. Always the center of attention, everyone's best friend, my biggest crush." Unbeknownst to Erin, Ben had been noticing her too. Recalling the first time he saw her in the cafeteria, he told E! News, "I turned around and Erin had this really short pixie cut and she was wearing these loose-fitting jeans. And it was like, oh man, she was so cool. From that moment on, I was hooked."
Tries to impress me with something every day. And then I try to remember to do things that make his life a little easier every day.
In 2008, the couple got married. Erin wrote on Instagram in 2022, "14 years ago today, I got a new last name, and my parents got another son." Famous for HGTV's Renovation Island, Sarah and Bryan Baeumler have known each other since they were teens, as they went to the same high school. Sarah told Streets of Toronto, "We didn't date back then, but we kept in touch over the next 10 years.
You want to go back to work with me?"
Well, I was thinking more feed you to the lions.
In 2001, the two reconnected for coffee. Shortly after, they went on their first official date, sushi and a stage production of The Lion King. Sarah recalled, "Bryan and I were married September 3, 2004, at the Graydon Hall Manor in Toronto. The wedding went off without a hitch, but a hurricane co-opted the Florida vacation they planned. Instead," she said, "we ended up looking online and booking a last-minute Vegas vacation, which turned out to be a lot of fun." In 2004, interior designer Nate Berkus and fiancé Fernando Bencochea were vacationing in Sri Lanka when a tsunami hit their hut on the beach. Berkus survived, but Bencochea did not. Years later, in 2012, Berkus went on a date with Jeremiah Brent. And as Brent told A Drink With, "I didn't even want to go on our first date." But the chemistry between them also took Berkus by surprise. As he shared with People, "My mother said to me when Jeremiah and I met, 'The light is back in your eyes.' And I remember thinking to myself, I know, you're right, I know."
Sometimes you just look into someone's eyes and you can see the story sort of unfold.
Berkus proposed while they were vacationing in Peru, on top of Machu Picchu. They got married in 2014 at the New York Public Library, and in 2017, the couple launched their TLC series, Nate and Jeremiah by Design. In 2020, their HGTV series, Nate and Jeremiah Saved My House debuted, followed in 2021 by the Nate and Jeremiah Home Project. On HGTV's Married to Real Estate broker and interior designer Egypt Sherrod and her hubby, builder Mike Jackson, guide clients to their ideal Atlanta-based properties, which they then customize. It's something they're familiar with, since the couple has lived in 11 different homes that they flipped at a profit. When Sherrod first began flipping houses in the early 2000s, she needed assistance with renovations. That's when she brought on a builder, who happened to be her future husband. Sherrod explained to HGTV, "For those who have been in a coupleship, like Mike and I for a long time, we've been together for 17 years. You know what it's like. Every day you gotta make a choice that this marriage counts, and our relationship is worth it. And so, I'm going to put in the effort."
They don't just love each other, they like each other.
Exactly.
They're friends.
That's
you can
the
see
key.
it. Yeah.
That's the key.
Jackson revealed that the secret to their lasting marriage has been keeping their business relationship and their personal life separate. He told TV Insider, "We go on dates where we don't talk about business at all. We got to remember to be in love and lovers, and not just partners and parents." Chelsea made her reality TV debut thanks to an accidental pregnancy that landed her on MTV's 16 and Pregnant in 2011, and later Teen Mom 2, after the end of her turbulent relationship with boyfriend Adam Lind, father of her daughter Aubrey. She first saw DeBoer at a gas station. She told Us Weekly, "I went home to my friend and I was like, I just saw the guy I'm going to marry at the gas station, but we didn't talk." She was shocked when Cole tracked her down on social media, sparking their romance. After dating for a year, DeBoer moved in with Chelsea and Aubrey. The couple got engaged in November 2015 and wed the following October. In January 2017, the pair welcomed their first child together, Watson.
Are you sure about this?
Sure.
In 2022, the DeBoers joined HGTV with the debut of their own home renovation show, Down Home Fab. The family moved to Cole's home state of South Dakota, where they launched their home reno business, with Chelsea handling interior design and Cole in charge of building. She told HGTV, "This is what I want to do forever." 100-Day Dream Home, where spouses Bryan and Mika Kleinschmidt create spectacular custom homes for their clients in just 100 days, attracted a staggering 23.9 million viewers for season 1, landing at number 1 in its time slot. But this husband and wife duo have known each other since high school. As Bryan told The List, "It was love at first sight for me, but it took a little bit longer to convince her."
It felt like we were going on vacation driving here, but I can tell this is not going to be a vacation renovating this thing.
At that time, the feeling wasn't mutual, with Mika admitting that she was just focused on getting good grades. But 12 years later, after each had been married and divorced, they reconnected. The pair tied the knot in 2015. Bryan believes their success with the show is because they're authentic, adding, "I think it's because we keep it real. We show the good, the bad, and the ugly of working with your spouse." Since its debut in 2019, HGTV viewers have fallen in love with Dave and Jenny Mars from Fixer to Fabulous. The show features the duo flipping Arkansas properties as they juggle running a family farm and raising 5 kids. The two first met back in 2002 when they were recent college grads and had landed jobs with the same company. They soon became a couple. The next year, Dave walked away from corporate America and launched his own business as a builder in Arkansas. He told About You, "When I said I'm going to start building again, Jenny took a big leap of faith and said we'll try Arkansas for a couple of years."
You wouldn't think that 17 glasses of wine would do that to something, but it did.
17. 16.
Not long after, the pair exchanged vows in 2005. As Jenny recalled with the outlet, "We were broke and I had a real job. He was just starting, so I was the sugar mama. After 8 years, I left my job and joined him full-time in 2012. In 2012, reno experts / fiancés Keith Bynum and Evan Thomas launched their HGTV show Bargain Block. The series features the couple rehabbing homes on a Detroit neighborhood block. With more than 20 million viewers in the first season alone, the show was a hit, with Evan admitting, "In order to keep our costs down, we basically do everything ourselves, even the gross grunt work."
Keep it simple, elegant, and timeless.
By 2022, outlets like People magazine were asking why the couple hadn't gotten married. But it turns out that being a smash success requires a lot of time and effort. As Bynum explained to Out magazine, "We are really swamped. I don't want it to be an afterthought. I want to have the time to put it together like we want." Property Brothers stars Drew and Jonathan Scott have been staples at HGTV since making their network debut in 2011. Since then, they've embarked on plenty of spin-off series, ranging from Celebrity IOU to Brother vs. Brother. But their 2017 series, Property Brothers at Home, Drew's Honeymoon House, was devoted to the renovation of a 1921 Los Angeles mansion purchased by Drew Scott and then fiancée Linda Phan. The couple met back in 2010 during Toronto Fashion Week, when he was a celebrity attendee and she was serving as a fashion police officer. Drew recalled to People, "She was wearing a big cop badge and giving out tickets for bad fashion." A few months later, he took Linda out for what she described as the quote, "longest first date ever," and sparks flew. In 2012, Linda moved into the Las Vegas home Drew shared with Jonathan. 4 years later, Drew popped the question. He told the outlet, "I've never met another woman like her, and once you do, you want to be with her forever."
I'm thankful for all of these little things that add up to make my heart so whole.
They were married in 2018, and in June 2022, they welcomed their first child, Parker James.